Welcome to episode 343 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton, and as always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
Hello again.
You hear that clear Halo reference right off the bat?
I did.
343.
I did. I heard it.
This is a video game show, so I wanted to establish that just right off the rip, you know?
That's perfectly fair.
Mm-hmm.
Well done. Well done.
Should we just stop here?
Yep. This has been episode 343. See what I did there?
That's two strong video game references in the first 15 seconds of the show. 343 Industries. Look, there it is right there.
There it is.
Producer Gerald making it happen behind the glass.
Yep. Putting up pictures for us to reference.
On the Wheels of Steel.
Good stuff.
DJ Hoffman show.
DJ Hoffman show.
He's got a picture of a GTA like.
Who's that?
I don't know. Are those pants orange or is that khaki with a sunrise? Getting some confirmation it's khakis.
He doesn't have his. He's got his t-shirt or his polo shirt tucked in like wrong.
You don't like the way it's tucked in.
It's wrong.
It's a hard tuck.
It's the hard tuck. It's not what like when you tuck it in and you pull out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, no, he's just got it right in there.
It's the kind of tucked in where you can no longer tie your shoes.
It's like an old guy tucked in.
There is clearly two kinds of tuck.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I can't raise my arms above my head without ruining this tuck.
Right.
And then there's the standard tuck.
Yeah, the right tuck, as I would put it, the correct tuck.
I don't want to put tucks in a box, you know. I want you to do the tuck that you're happy with. I will say that the tuck that is dictated in this picture is not the tuck that I go with.
Okay. Me either, I guess.
Yeah.
For me, it's not correct. Let's put it that way.
Right. I'm pro tuck, though, however you want to do it. I'm actually anti-tuck. I don't like to tuck.
I have to tuck.
I do, too. At work, it's unfortunate because to untuck is natural ventilation.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. And it's a little more comfortable.
It is a little less professional, though.
It is a little less professional.
Yeah.
I will say that.
And a tank top is even less professional. And shirtless, totally unprofessional.
Mm-hmm. No pants, illegal.
You can wear no pants. You can't wear no nothing.
No pants at work? I don't think you can.
Shorts?
That's not what I meant by no pants. You know what I meant by no pants.
What about a boxer, not a brief, but a boxer that doesn't have the hole?
Nah. I don't know.
Those would be short shorts.
I don't think I've ever seen boxers that don't have the hole.
I have a pair that have a faux hole.
A faux hole.
Like it's got the flap right there and a button, but it's not open.
Does it open?
The flap opens, but you can't get to the dick and balls through the hole.
I don't know.
Odd. It's
I feel like
they went to all the trouble.
I feel like generally underwear in any form is a no-go in a public presence.
They went to all the trouble, but without the actual hole.
See, like those there?
Those red ones?
Those are probably a no-go. Those, what are they? Andrew Christian designer men's briefs? Whatever?
Okay, see those blue ones with lobsters or whatever on them?
Uh-huh.
You had that with a nice polo shirt, and you were like going to the...
Those are sailboats, by the way.
Yeah, lobster sailboats, it's all the same. You could wear those out. They don't seem to have a reach-around hole. Hey, what are the ones below those?
Technically, yes, I guess you could. What, those orange ones?
The blue ones all the way to the left, they have like the dick cage down there. What is that? Oh, it's an illustration.
Yes.
Is that showing like that you have like support right there?
I think so. I think it holds your balls up. I think it holds your balls up.
Like a vented dick
crotch
sack
hole
chamber.
Breathable.
I don't like that picture. That guy was a little too excited to take the picture too, it looks like.
Well, he's got his... I don't know what's going on. Why are his fists clenched like that?
I don't know.
His fists are all clenched. He's hanging out in his underwear.
It's better than that black thing right there.
Those are unnecessary.
Those are unnecessary. I don't like this. This took a turn. It got dark.
Let's move back. Let's rewind.
Yeah. You shouldn't go out in public in your underwear, probably.
Yeah.
Without checking with the public you're going out in.
I would agree with that 100%.
Could you ever live in like a nudist community?
Would I?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Let's take the family out of the picture, single Dan. Could you live in a nudist colony community?
I could. I probably could. I probably would not choose to.
Yeah. I just think about like weed eating and stuff. That doesn't seem any good. I don't guess you have to do everything naked, but it just doesn't seem good.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
like laying tile. That doesn't sound any fun.
No, or carpentry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Working in a factory. I don't guess they work in nude.
I don't think they do.
It turns out I don't know anything about it.
Like gardening,
I think they put clothes on. They're just nude when they're like hanging around.
Are you sure? I don't know.
No, I'm not. I'm not sure at all.
Okay, good. I don't think that's... Yeah, because if you're in a nudist colony, the whole point is to like be nude.
I don't think you have to be nude all the time, though.
Well, isn't it weird though? Isn't it uncomfortable if you have clothes on and someone else doesn't? Isn't that like?
I think it's okay a couple times, but
it's got to be
like,
uncomfortable for somebody involved.
But after a while, when you're like, "Hey, Jerry, you're never naked," like
right.
You've got to be naked to be here. That's a problem. But I think like, "Hey, I see that you're out here landscaping. You probably don't want to be naked for that."
Could be. Yeah, maybe.
Also, I don't think they do them in areas where there's like
cold weather.
Like it's very buggy around here.
Right.
Like, see if there's a nudist.
What?
Nudist living in Tennessee? Like a colony sounds like the wrong word for that.
There's quite a few.
Is that Rock Hard Lodge? Is that what that said?
Rock Haven.
Oh, that's not as good.
It's not, no. So,
Rock Haven, is that in Tennessee?
Rock Haven Lodge, Tennessee. It's a family nudist park.
All right, this is getting illegal, I think. I don't know if you want to be nude with your relatives.
I think the whole point. Well, but see, we're coming at it from a different angle than I think they are.
See, but they make it seem fun. Nude only, no swimsuits allowed. It's like playful.
Right. Well, it's also much. See, it's a lifestyle that we can't wrap our head around because, see, it seems like it'd be weird because we don't live that way. But they're trying to destigmatize the human body, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
I'm all about dicks out. I don't find that to be comfortable.
Right.
Personally, like I don't sleep naked. I don't, cook naked.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Mostly because there's a thing in my way when I'm trying to do that.
Yeah, it's a tiny thing though.
It doesn't matter. It's in the way. I like the way that traditional clothing will go ahead and just move that right into a spot where I know where it's going to be, so I can properly prepare.
I understand.
That nudist colony, if you want to call it that, it's just an hour and a half away.
Yeah, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump from you.
Do they have day passes? Can you check on day passes?
Like experimental day? Like...
Yeah.
Events? What are the nudist events? Nudist long jump?
Ooh. Bocce ball? What do we have?
That's Croquet? A weird day. That is an odd day to have.
What is it?
At a nudist colony.
What day was it?
Left-handers day.
I'm left-handed. What's your superpower? Anybody? Are you left-handed, Dan?
I am not. Well,
all right. You either are or you aren't.
No, that's not true.
And if you're not, I want to go ahead and say fuck left-handed people.
That's not
no one
true.
on here is left-handed.
It depends on what we're talking about. I'm somewhat ambidextrous.
I hate that. Everybody says that. You're right-handed or left-handed.
No. Because what happened was growing up, when I was a young baby child, I was supposed to be left-handed, I believe. And my mom didn't know how to train me to be left-handed, so she made me do everything with my right.
What hand do you write with?
I write with either one.
What hand do you write with? If I just threw you a pen.
If you just threw me a pen, it would be my right hand.
Yeah, you're right-handed.
But I can write with my left hand. However,
that's a test, though.
I play guitar with my left hand.
Yeah, but you're right-handed and just play the guitar with your left hand.
No. I bat left-handed.
Yeah, you're right-handed and you bat left-handed.
Yeah. And play guitar.
But you're right-handed.
I golf right-handed.
The test is to throw someone a pen and ask them to write their name.
Yeah.
That's the test.
I can do that, though. People have done that, and I can do it.
Yeah, I can write with my left hand, too, but I don't because I'm right-handed. My dominant hand is my right hand.
I have a dominant hand that doesn't make me right-handed.
Yeah, it does. You jerk off with your left hand?
I don't do everything with my right hand.
That's what I thought. That's the other test, but not everybody wants to be honest with that.
With what?
the hand that they use for self-pleasure.
Why choose one?
Because it's weird to switch back and forth.
Nah, it's not.
Plus, in this day and age, something has to hold your phone. You know what I'm saying?
No, I've got a pretty wicked imagination, so I'm good.
Good for you. I don't. I need the help from the World Wide Web. My imagination sucks because I start thinking about, like, you know, did I take the garbage off? Like, what? I get distracted too easy.
That doesn't happen to me, so I'm good.
Visual stimulation.
So I'm good.
America's greatest nude resorts. Oh, that place is nice. That is a nice one. Yeah. One's got a hot tub. I don't know if I want to be in a pool with a bunch of naked people that I may only sort of know.
I don't know the rules. I don't know. I don't think I would have the proper etiquette.
Look at all the people there.
I know, it's crazy, huh?
Yeah, you're not supposed to look, but you're naked.
Right. No, I understand. I get the point. I get it.
Crossville, that's another one. So we're talking 3 hours away. There's 2 nudist colonies within 3 hours of me.
And that's one of the best ones.
I'm not upset about it.
Apparently.
I'm not upset about it.
All right.
We should save this while we can and pivot back.
Yeah.
Did you hear a little feedback noise right there?
I heard something.
Can't tell if this is on my end or not.
I heard it.
Does that say Club Panda?
Pandora. Welcome to Pandora.
Club Panda would have been better. This show's about video games and nudist colonies.
Mm-hmm.
We call it Nude on the Sticks. And that's what we talk about, you know? That's what we do. It's it's the number one video game nudist colony show on the internet.
That's true. That I can attest to that. That is absolutely true.
It's only $100 for the year to be in the nudist colony.
Mm-hmm.
Those are affordable HOA rates.
That's true.
Those people are the like scroll up so we can get a full. That's dude price. It's different for ladies.
Yeah.
Scroll up a little bit. That's the kind of nude that's not really nude right there. Like those two aren't actually showing anything at all.
That's true.
But they're totally naked.
But they totally have no clothes on. But they're not actually showing anything.
That you could show that on TV. Like prime time. There's nothing shown right there.
Yeah, I don't think they would probably still have a problem with it on prime time.
You can't.
You could
show
probably do.
side butt.
You could do after 10, probably.
After
10 p.m.
After dark. Yeah, I played. This is a smooth transition. I played everything that I've always played for every last 3 weeks, probably. Fallout 76. I played some Farm Together. I played some Rocket League. Still playing Golf Blitz on the phone. Dabbling with Harry Potter on the phone still. And that's really it. It's been a normal week.
I think the only thing I played this week was Fallout.
Yep. Still working our way through Fallout. Still worth $1.42.
Oh, no doubt.
Probably not worth $60.
Nope.
Probably not even worth the $20 that I think it costs you just to go buy it.
I can definitely attest to the fact that I have gotten my $1.42 out of it.
But it was a good Twitch Prime deal. It was neat. I like the fact that they did that. I think it probably helped Amazon out with the overstocking issue that they no doubt had. And
yeah, went well.
I can't believe how broken that game still is. And I say that because people are constantly saying how much better it is now. So I can't imagine how broken it was when it came out.
No, I haven't run into anything major.
It's just not smooth. And you know, I don't guess I've ever played a Fallout that wasn't buggy, but this is like extra buggy to me.
I can see that, yeah.
But I enjoy my time in there with you guys.
Yeah. I like being in that world just by myself as well.
I'm probably not going to do that, but I enjoy my time with you guys. So far. It's been all good so far. And there's, you know, at any given time, there's like I don't know, anywhere from 2 to 6 of us playing at the same time.
Yeah, usually.
So it's pretty neat to dive in. I still have to keep my Rocket League skills sharp, so I'm kind of jumping back and forth. And then Farm Together is just a situation where I get on, do what I got to do in 20 minutes and jump off. So
yeah,
they're kind of all three playing nicely together right now. That's it. That's all the games I played.
Yeah, that's all I played. I didn't
just a little 76. Have you gone back to the Vault 76 since you left?
I have not. Have you?
No, I'm thinking about going back though, just to see.
I don't think there's anything in there. I think it's the same.
I want to see if I can update my photo, my picture, my ID.
Oh, because it's still stuck at level 1?
Yeah. And I also look way more wastelandy now.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to update my photo. If you can. I'm sure you can. I'm rocking a full spacesuit right now. I look legit. I had a dress on for about half of last night with a gas mask, and I also thought that was a good look.
Dress in a gas mask? Yeah, it's straight out of Mad Max right there.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked nice. And I had a newsboy hat on to go with it.
Definitely so a fashion pillar.
It was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. So I rocked that for most of last night. And then I got the spacesuit, and unless I find like a costume that's more fun than the spacesuit, I'm probably going to commit to the spacesuit for a while.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'm going to do. Is
that the one you got right there?
Yeah. Well, no, the one I have is a little more shiny.
A little more shiny?
Yeah, a little shinier.
That's fair.
But it looks nice.
Well, that's good.
Yep, looks nice.
It's good that you look good.
Is that Fallout 76 outfits? Those 10 secret outfits? Click on that. Let's see. Ooh, I like that. I like the America stuff, but it costs atoms, which are the real world in-game currency.
Mm-hmm.
You like how it said real world in-game? That way everybody's confused. Ooh, that hat's nice. Is that the Boy Scout outfit? Police outfit. I think I have that outfit too.
I have the Boy Scout outfit.
I have that too, the Boy Scout. Yeah. I need the outfits I'm into in that game. I like looking different every time you guys see me.
Mm.
So I'm into finding those and playing.
Oh, they're gonna make us watch a 10-minute video.
You can skip the ad.
You can skip. You can probably skip the whole thing. We don't have 10 minutes to watch a video.
It's for SummerSlam. Yeah, this is one of those videos where we're going to show you where you can get 10 amazing outfits. Make sure you like, subscribe, smash that like button.
Yeah, and then you have to watch it for 12 minutes.
Yeah. What up, fam? It's one of those videos.
And they can't just tell me,
yeah,
you can go here, you can go here, and you can go here.
I hate when they show hey, you just go around here, you go past the third tree. It's like, show me on a map, asshole.
Yep.
I don't have any context for where you're at.
Exactly. I hear you. I'm with you.
It's a little PSA for the fam. You know?
For the fam?
I don't know. That's what people say. That's what streamers say.
What
else? Just trying to stay hip. Yep.
Well, you are super hip. I'm giving that to you right now.
Yep. I'm feeling pretty hip. In the know. Some of those just look regular. They look like regular suits. Is that Green Ninja? I like that.
That one looks like Han Solo, doesn't it?
I don't know. From as tiny as it is on mine, they kind of all look like Han Solo.
The fourth one.
Oh, yeah, it does kind of. With the vest?
Yes. It looks like Han Solo.
Oh, it's chaps, though.
Oh, it is chaps. And it's yellow. No, yeah, it's not Han Solo.
It looks nothing like Han Solo up large.
But it looks like Han Solo from here, though, right? Once it's little. The hell is that thing?
I don't know, but it has a bulge that I'm uncomfortable with.
That's where your dick goes. We talked about this.
I know it's where it goes, but why is it there?
Is that one Ant-Man? That one looks like Ant-Man.
No, because you thought that other one looked like Han Solo until you got in.
It did, you're right.
It still kind of looks like Ant-Man a little bit.
It does.
We're going to pivot. We're going to get away from looking at photos that you guys can't see. And we're going to pivot back to the show at hand. Now, typically we don't do this. Typically I don't feel like I need to ease you into a topic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just throw you off into the deep end and you either swim or you don't. You know.
Usually.
Yeah. But for the first story, we're going to talk about something that's dominated the headlines for the last week, with the tragedies that have happened in some of the shootings in El Paso and Dayton and other places. There's a lot of blame being thrown around, and we're going to try to keep this short, but I think we both felt like we needed to talk about it, so there's obviously a lot of blame going around, and video games always catch some of that blame. I'm going to play a short clip, little clippy clip, and then I think we'll just kind of share our thoughts, and then we'll move on to some happier times, if that works for you.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Let me cue up a clip. This is from the president. We're not going to talk about our thoughts about the president. We're just going to play this clip for you. And let me cue it up. Maybe we're buffering.
Is it queued up?
There we go.
Solutions. We have to do that in a bipartisan manner that will truly make America safer and better for all. First, we must do a better job of identifying and acting on early warning signs. I am directing the Department of Justice to work in partnership with local, state, and federal agencies, as well as social media companies, to develop tools that can detect mass shooters before they strike. As an example, the monster in the Parkland High School in Florida had many red flags against him, and yet nobody took decisive action. Nobody did anything. Why not? Second, we must stop the glorification of violence in our society. This includes the gruesome and grisly video games that are now commonplace. It is too easy today for troubled youth to surround themselves with a culture that celebrates violence. We must stop or substantially reduce this, and it has to begin immediately.
So that's the clip that I wanted to play. Yeah. It's from August 5th, if you want to go watch the full clip. I don't think that that's necessarily pulled out of context. I think that's pretty much gives you the full thought on that.
Yep.
And then I think we'll just... I'm not really going to address that clip. I just kind of wanted to play that for everybody, but I think we'll just kind of share our thoughts on everything and then move on. Do you want to go first?
You go ahead.
Okay.
You can go first.
I'm going to keep it brief.
I'm still formulating thoughts.
I think this country has a mental health problem. And I think the conversation and diagnosis and treatment attached to mental illness has a stigma that doesn't allow us to maybe properly facilitate the needs of mental illness. And I'm not a doctor, physician, or I don't have any training or anything like that, but I've had family and friends that suffer from mental illness, and it seems like the easy answer is to put people on pills. And I think pills are good for a biochemical issue and for short term, but I think a lot of times there's a long-term reason why depression or anxiety occurs. And I think a lot of times we don't have the right conversations because either we're not open enough or healthcare givers aren't open enough to hearing it or having the conversation. And I think that any entertainment medium could play a part in maybe driving someone to something because there are underlying issues, but millions and millions and millions and millions of people play video games, and I don't like the fact that culture, it was basically said in that clip that culture celebrates that violence, because I don't think that's the case. I have played games with, at this point, probably hundreds of thousands of people, and for the most part, I meet genuinely nice people who are just enjoying the same hobby that I do. And I'm not going to point you towards an organization, but there are lots of resources online if you deal with mental illness. And I think We just have to destroy the stigma. It should be like a knee injury or stubbing your toe or whatever when it comes to mental illness. We should just be okay talking about it. And that's kind of where I'll leave my thoughts.
Well, first of all, condolences to families, friends, and so on, to everyone involved in those tragedies. Secondly, I agree with everything that you stated about mental health. I think that it's a huge factor that we really need to look into a little more as far as an actual viable treatment to getting to the bottom of what these issues are. I do think that video games are too commonly used as a scapegoat. I don't understand why it's just video games and not all forms of media. That kind of escapes me. That what lends me to believe that video games is a scapegoat because it's one particular form of media that is probably the newest form of that kind of entertainment. So it's the easiest to, I guess, pick on. I don't know. But I think I actually did a little bit of research on this. So it's got some numbers for you. Japan and South Korea both spend more money per capita annually on games than the United States. The United States is third in the world for spending actual currency on video games. The assumption you can probably make from that is that means that more are getting played in those countries. Not to mention, the UK, Canada, Germany, France, Spain, Italy, any number of countries also spend incredible amounts of money. Not as much as the US. Like I said, we're third in the world. But I still think if you look at the numbers, per 100,000 people, there have been 5 deaths in the United States. And this is for the year 2017, sorry. Whereas everyone else is down at below half of 1%. I think that's a real good indicator that we've got some other issues we need to look at. We need to get away from the scapegoating of not just video games, but any of those things that we want to lay blame on. And we really need to start to take a good hard look at what some of these underlying problems are. I'm not saying there's an easy answer. I'm not saying there's one answer. It's more than likely a combination of a number of answers, taking pieces from here and pieces from this. But to find a scapegoat and then lay the blame there and then push to make the change there is missing probably the whole point and the whole opportunity. You're attempting to fix, an unnecessary symptom. If if you cut off your finger, it doesn't do any good to, put a tourniquet on your other wrist, on your left wrist. We've got to really take a good hard look at our country and start addressing the issues. Mental health is probably one. We probably need to start taking a good hard look at home lives. But I don't ever think that banning and scapegoating different things, particularly things that have been around that are considered forms of entertainment, is ever an answer. I guess that's my 2 cents.
Yeah. And I want to circle back, obviously, the condolences part, but, I said that medicine's not always the answer. That doesn't, again, I'm probably not even qualified to speak on it because I don't have any, firsthand experience, but medicine sometimes I do think is the right answer. I just think sometimes there are real life events that lead to people being depressed or having anxiety or whatever's going on. And The problem is that the medicine is a temporary fix and we never address the actual problem.
Yep. I gather that's probably what you meant.
Yeah, to steal a term from Dr. Phil, I think he calls it like a medical or a medicine straitjacket.
Yeah, right.
Is what they place people in, and they never actually get to the problem. I'm not necessarily a Dr. Phil fan, but I think I agree with there are sometimes you need medicine just so I can see the other side, so I can kind of start that healing process, and I think we just skip that process. So
I agree with you 100%.
It's a hard thing. Like I said, I've had friends and family that deal with those issues, and it's not something that they feel like they can openly talk about. And I think that's unfortunate for that's the kind of society.
Well, I think it's also human nature to look for something to blame. We want the answer, and I think this is why this is happening. We tend to push blame where we want to, where it's easiest, rather than take the good hard looks at some of these things and take a look. Does that mean I know what the answer is? I don't.
I don't think that there's one answer with any of it.
I don't have any answers.
Yeah, people are complicated, and I don't think that there's any one reason anyone does anything. I think there's a multitude of things that go into a reason on why someone acts good or bad, or violent or non-violent, or happy or sad. I think there's a lot of components to that two guys who talk about video games once a week probably aren't qualified to answer.
Yeah, I would. For what that's worth, that's what we have to say on it. Most importantly, I guess, particularly in today's the way things are today, just be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of your family. Have an understanding of others. When all else fails, be nice.
And when something seems off, ask questions.
Yeah.
Sometimes people need a push to start talking. And if you're someone who has avoided talking, hopefully you can find someone in your life, whether it be friend or family, that you can share with. Reach out to. You can always email us, podcast@gamestitch.com. We're not professionals, but if you just need an ear, we have 6 of those between the 3 of us.
That's right, we do.
6 ears. Yeah. That's all that I'm going to say about that. Any other comments from you?
I believe I've said my part on it.
Yeah, so we're going to try to pivot this back to a normal show where we talk about things that are fun. I'm actually going to skip the next story on the notes, Dan.
Okay.
So totally skip it. Because it's too tied into that, and I want to shift gears. So 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, somewhere in there, I showed you a picture of a Switch. A brilliant, beautiful Switch.
Yes, you did.
The Disney, was it Samsung?
Samsung. The Samsung Switch.
Switch. It was there's a pink side, there's a blue side, there's awesome Disney icons from the Samsung brand tie-in, whatever, all over this thing. It's brilliant. We talked about it being the best version of the Switch. It's up for pre-order, and you can get it shipped to the U.S. So I really wanted to revisit and see your thoughts.
Well, unfortunately, you left out an important part of that.
Okay.
The price on this thing is
$375.
Well, it's 339,688 yen, which is roughly $375 US. I don't know that I want this for an extra $75 more.
But it looks good.
It does look good. I understand that.
Gerald's got it pulled up now. Look how good that looks.
It does look good. I get it, but it's it's hard enough to come up with the 300.
I get that, but it is the best
Switch.
Best version of the Switch.
And it's also not as easy as just getting one from Japan. You have to create new accounts and all this other stuff, and it's just there's a if it was just available in the United States for $375 and I could just go somewhere and pre-order it or pre-order on Amazon, maybe. But
yeah, it appears you need to create an Amazon Japan account as well as use some sort of Google Translate or something,
right,
and then purchase it and have it shipped to you. But it will ship to the U.S. and the UK.
Yes.
But it's a premium price for a premium model. $375 is not cheap. So
right.
I just wanted you to know that there's a real possibility you could put this in your living room.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. We'll check back with you as we get closer. That's not right, slated for release until
October 10th.
Right. So there's still a chance it just gets announced for here.
Yeah, if it gets announced for here, you might have to count me in.
Yeah. You would definitely be in if it was announced for here at a normal price, right?
Oh yeah,
like at standard pricing.
If it was, if it was $325, I'd be all in.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if I want to pay an extra $75 for the colors.
They look so good, though.
They do look good. I get it, but
we'll move to the next story because it's also Disney related. Disney Plus has showed some of their new bundle offerings and pricings. And you and I talked about this a little bit outside of the show, but I wanted to share our thoughts on the show. So for a little rundown, so November 12th is when Disney Plus is going to go live. And they've got a bundle that's $12.99 that includes Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and the ad-supported version of Hulu. So this is like your standard Hulu, not your upgraded.
Right.
No ads, not your Hulu Live. It's just your regular Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus. I think they got the pricing right.
Oh, let me tell you something. Right now I have Hulu without ads. And it's $11.99. So you better believe for $1 more a month, I'm hooking up on this.
Yeah, I think they got the pricing totally right on this.
The pricing is perfect.
I think that is way more affordable than most people expected it to be. What's the price on Gerald? Can you get the price on ESPN Plus?
Get to work, Producer Gerald.
Yeah, I think this is a super affordable for all three of those services. I think where it makes sense, people should definitely look into this. I just don't watch enough TV to probably make this a good solution. It's how much? $4.99? $4.99. So it's $5 a month normally. So yeah, you're definitely getting your money's worth here.
Yeah, without a doubt.
For me, I don't think it makes sense, but it's just because of the amount of TV I watch. I think the value is definitely there with this package.
Yeah, if you now have a Hulu subscription, there is absolutely no reason for you not to upgrade to this in November. Absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
Is my opinion. I mean, it's $1 more and you get, 3 times as much.
It's a very smart play for them. It's a very good initial price. And I say that because all things go up. But it's very smart pricing.
Yeah, I'm excited for Disney Plus too. They've got a lot of things that I enjoy on it. So Hulu I already enjoy, so yay for me.
November 12th.
November 12th.
November getting into that Stadia time.
Sure is.
Not a smooth transition, just saying. We're not moving on to a Stadia story. I just wanted to voice that Stadia, don't forget about it.
You're super excited about Stadia. Don't let Disney Plus overshadow Stadia.
Yeah, don't let Disney shadow Google. Like you've never heard of Google before. Maybe you could have a Chromecast with your Stadia and you could watch some of these,
Good.
I bet all of those are apps that are on Chromecast.
You could do it.
So there's a logical tie-in there.
Yep, that's true.
Have you had any... We haven't visited Stadia in a while. Have you had any updated thoughts on Stadia, or are you still kind of right where you were?
I've been paying attention to it. I'm a Google guy. I like the Google products. I just don't think this is for me. I'm not there yet.
Okay. So you're kind of where you were.
I'm in the same place. I'm still going to have to wait and see how it performs, if they're actually going to support it. That kind of thing. Of course they'll support it for the first 6 months to a year. And I might be so into it that I'm like, I get it in that period of time. More likely, I feel like I'm liable to wait and possibly after a year if it's something that I'm like, oh yeah, this might be for me. I'm not sold on the streaming of video games yet. Digital downloads I can get behind, but the streaming, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure about it yet. I don't know. I had a bad experience when PS Now first came out, so.
Yeah, I don't. Just to circle back to where you're talking about digital, I didn't pull this news story, but July was the first month that Sony sold more digital than physical games ever on the PlayStation platform. Very interesting. They also are no longer repairing PSPs. The PSP 3000 will no longer be repaired in Japan, signaling the very, very end of the PSP.
Yes.
That's right. PSP, not Vita. I meant PSP.
You said PSP.
Yeah, I know. I just want people to understand. I didn't mean Vita.
You meant
the PSP.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The PSP is a little slider one. The PS Vita is the larger one.
Yeah. Smaller. All right. Producer Gerald's got a comment. So you've reserved the Stadia, but you're not sold on the idea of the Stadia. So I want to poll you guys real quick. The pricing is not the issue with the Stadia.
No.
Neither one of you have any problems over the pricing.
No.
Okay. Producer Gerald also saying not a problem. So the hill to climb with Google is, will it work right, and how long are you going to support it?
For me, yes. Google, as much as I love Google, they do have a bad habit of just dropping things.
They will drop things.
Okay, this isn't what we wanted it to be. Boom. And they will not tell you. They will just, we're not supporting this anymore. They will come out in a fucking media blitz and just be like, hey, you people who your stuff doesn't seem to be working, yeah, here's why.
Are your concerns the same, Gerald? What are your concerns if it's okay? You're afraid you'll get it and never use it. So
I'm afraid that could happen to me too.
Yeah, so
honestly,
that's likely with me that I'll get it and never play it because I know me. But I think the pricing is fine. I think the structure is fine. I think the hill that they have to overcome with will they continue to support it and how will it work isn't something they can do until they do it.
Right.
And I think it's going to make the launch of the Stadia very stagnant because people are going to have to see that they're serious about it. And
well, I'm a little. One of the big reasons Stadia doesn't work for me, and it's also a problem I have, believe it or not, with a lot of the streaming, movie and TV streaming sites. It's a problem I run into is I am much more of a selective, focused person when it comes to my entertainment. I'm not real good at just browsing through and picking something, and it's not very often there's something that I'm either interested in it or I'm not. So there's not something that's like, well, yeah, since it's included in this, I'll go ahead and watch that. If it's not a movie I want to watch, it's not a movie I want to watch regardless. Whether it's free or whether I have to pay $14 at the theater. That's what I run into a lot with Netflix and Hulu and those kinds of stuff is, I want to watch this movie. Oh, shit, well, it's not available on this. If I want it, I have to rent it from Amazon Prime. Or go get the DVD or Blu-ray.
Right.
And video games are the same way. I'm selective in what I want to play. I have a ton of stuff that I've gotten for free by being a PS Plus member that is just sitting in my library that I just don't have a desire to play. It doesn't matter that it was free. It matters that I want to play it or don't want to play it. That's what I run into. That's another reason I'm not sure Google Stadia would be good for me. Because it's still going to come down to playing the few games that I wanted to play. Not a game that I'm interested in trying. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but that's kind of where I'm at with those things.
Right, I get it. The Stadia launch is going to be interesting. I pre-ordered one. I'm going to get it either way. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. I hope they do support it. I think all competition in the video game space is good for everybody.
I agree. I do agree with that.
Yeah, it pushes the industry forward, and I think hopefully Stadia is a positive spark for the industry.
And honestly, the idea behind Stadia is a phenomenal idea. It's just not. It doesn't do anything for me personally.
Yeah, I'm a physical guy. I love holding a thing, so Stadia obviously maybe not good for the future of that, but that future is probably coming whether I support it or don't. So Physical media is not going to be the vessel that carries video games over the next 10 years.
No, I don't think you'll ever see it die.
Yeah.
But I definitely think you're going to see it dwindle.
You will see GameStop die, though.
More than likely.
Yeah, GameStop's for sure going to die.
They're already, for some reason, committing suicide. We talked about it last week.
Nintendo Switch Online's free NES games for August are revealed. I don't always cover these, but I thought it was necessary this time.
They got a cool one on here.
So free titles are the Kung Fu beat 'em up, or the co-op beat 'em up Kung Fu Heroes. And that's fine. But the one that I think is interesting here is Vice Project Doom. Right. So that has not appeared on any other console since its release in 1991, making it the first official port in 30 years for that game.
Yep.
Whether the game is good or you enjoy it or not is really not relevant. I think the idea that a game that hasn't existed anywhere in 30 years coming to a modern console is cool pretty much no matter what it is.
Without a doubt. Plus, it's interesting, it came late in the NES
yeah.
Lifespan. Because I believe Super Nintendo came out, that following year?
I think so. I think that's right, 92. Both titles will join the service on August 21st, bringing the system's NES software count up to 48. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's neat stuff.
The NES library is one of the perks that is included in the Nintendo Switch Online service. Remember, subscriptions are $4 a month in the U.S., and you can get all 12 months for $20 in the U.S.
There you go.
Affordable, and you're getting to play some pretty cool games. I like to see them dig deep in the library. I think that's fun.
Yeah, and Nintendo really has a large, library to dig through and pick from. Mm-hmm. There's tons of games that were available, U.S. only or Japan only that they could release and let both sides try those games. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see these things start happening a little more. This type of thing, some from the vault type deals.
Yeah, I think it's neat. Do you want a celebrity gossip update?
Sure.
Miley Cyrus now single again.
Oh, yeah, her and Liam split up after 2 months together.
Splitsville.
Yep.
Pictures of her kissing some lady on a boat came out yesterday, too. It's a hot TMZ take. So, Liam available, ladies. Miley available, fellas. Or however you go, Now that they're both on the market, mm-hmm. I'm sure they'd be interested in you fine listeners. Isn't that a weird term, on the market?
Yeah.
It
represents transactions of some sort.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Because to me, dating isn't really, very capitalist.
Yeah. I don't think you're doing it right if it is. I think it shouldn't be, probably. But yeah, when I said it, I was like, that's a weird term.
Those two have been on and off for what?
Ever.
Almost 10 years?
Forever. Yeah, there's a real chance they get back together.
Right.
There's a very real chance they get back together. So, yeah, for what it's worth. Both two attractive people. Very successful, talented people.
And successful, yep.
And one of them's dad's Billy Ray, too. So,
mm-hmm. And one of them's brother is Thor.
Yeah. It's hard to go wrong. The more you talk, the more I think they need to get back together now.
Right.
They need to get back together as soon as possible.
What are you thinking?
Yeah. Yeah, make it happen. Yeah. Get back together. Give love a chance. Some things are worth fighting for,
Yeah.
Man, Chris, sexy individual.
Yep.
Like, he, in my mind, is just Thor now.
Well, yeah.
No one else could be Thor right now. Gerald's got a shirtless picture of him pulled up.
Uh-huh.
He's
large.
It looks like he's a
large dude.
Working out. Looks like he's working out.
He's not Ryan Reynolds in Blade Trinity. But
golly, no one is. Ryan Reynolds can get just jacked.
Super jacked.
Just shredded. But he can also look normal.
Right. Yeah.
Look at that definition. That's like airbrushed.
Yeah. Oh, and Blade Trinity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Without
Look at that second picture where it's like looking down and you see the shadows.
Yep.
Of his molded body. Golly. Another good-looking guy.
He is. Yeah, he is.
Very attractive wife, Blake Lively. I like her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Both talented people. Good to see talented people find another talented people out there. It's good to see. Look at that old picture. Is that an old picture of Ryan Reynolds?
Where?
Oh, is that Ryan Gosling?
That's Ryan Gosling.
People don't understand because they both have the same first name.
Yeah,
I get it. It's tough. It's tricky. People. Yeah, it's a good. It's a good first name. That's like Van Wilder right there.
Van Wilder days.
He looks so young.
He used to be on that TV show, Two Guys,
a Girl in a Pizza Place.
Yeah, yeah, I like that show.
That show was okay.
He used to be on the Canadian teen drama 16. He was incredibly young then.
He's Canadian.
He's Canadian, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll try not to hold that against him. But he is Canadian. Look at he's gone with the blue jeans, but no shirt in that picture.
Mm-hmm. I almost feel like that's photoshopped.
His head doesn't. It looks like Marky Mark's body and dress, with Brian Reynolds' face on it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a reason to.
Yeah, you took two sculpted dudes and switched their heads.
Right.
They both just look like that. Look at that, Mark Wahlberg. Look at that.
For that. Oh, when he did his Calvin Klein ads?
Yeah.
Way back when he was like 19?
Yeah, He's got like a sculpted dad bod now.
Yes.
Like he still looks like he works out and he looks good, but he looks like he also enjoys life. Yeah, see that? That's a good looking dad bod.
Yeah.
That's a high end dad bod. That's money.
That's a high end dad bod. That's not a me.
Yeah. That's the Tesla of dad bods.
Yes. Yes.
Look at the long hair right there. We took a turn.
There we go.
Yeah, see, that's what he looks like now. Like he's hit the gym before, but he's not making you feel some sort of way.
Right. It's just like I naturally eat well and have good metabolism. That's
Do you think
what
he eats
body
well?
Says.
I don't think he eats well.
Oh, I don't know. Not if he's eating Wahlburgers, you don't.
I'd love to have Wahlburgers just once.
Me too.
I just like burgers.
No, I hear you. I'm a bit of a burger fan myself.
Burger or hot dog, if you had a choice?
Oh, burger.
Probably go hot dog, but not probably. I'd go hot dog, but I love both.
I go burger. I get hot dogs here all the time, though. Hot dogs are a lot bigger up here than they are down where you're at.
Yeah, you got to make a choice to go get a hot dog around here.
Yeah. No, here you can get them anywhere.
But I love a hot dog. Hot dogs are
100% beef hot dog.
Yeah, hot dogs are the perfect food because you can put almost anything on a hot dog and it's still good. You can't put anything on a burger.
Oh, that's not true.
You can put anything on a hot dog.
How about if you make a hamburger in the shape of a hot dog?
That is making me uncomfortable. That's what that picture was right above that Carl's Jr. looking burger right there. See that? Those are that is ground beef that's been shaped into the size of a large dick and placed inside of a bun.
Which, if you think about it, is still a 100% beef hot dog.
That's gross looking. That looks like your hot dog got ran over and then put back on the bun. I don't like that at all. If you're doing that out there, stop. I don't like that.
Don't do it. That one looks bad.
Some savage just laid that one on the table.
That one doesn't look good.
That was put on a stick and grilled or barbecued.
A barbecue grilled.
Yeah, I like the term grilled. Some people like the term barbecued.
I know they do. We've discussed this,
which refers to barbecue, but whatever.
Right.
I'm not here to pick a side, though there clearly is a right and wrong side when it comes to
that. I'm kind of with you on that. Well,
yeah.
So we get to agree to agree.
Right. I'm going to a barbecue. Well, I assume there'll be a barbecue there then.
It's going to be steak. Okay.
If someone invites me to a barbecue and they only have burgers, I'm like, well, what in the actual fuck is going on here? Because I came looking for some pulled or chopped pork.
Possibly some ribs.
Maybe ribs.
If you have ribs.
Brisket.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe something like that. Maybe some smoked sausage.
Yes.
I'll also allow that in a barbecue talk.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt, I will too.
But not hamburgers and hot dogs exclusively.
That is not a barbecue. Yeah. That is a cookout or a grill.
Yep, it's cookout. Cookout's fine. I would say I'm grilling. That would be even better, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Going to a cookout, but I'm not going to a barbecue unless there'd be actual barbecue there.
I'm with you.
So I'm glad we settled that debate. It's time for shout-outs. It's been a weird show. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. A lot of
ups
food.
And downs. That's true.
We've gone from underwear to molded beef hot dog style ground beef. And now we've made it to shout-outs. So we've ran the gambit of topics here on the show. Remember, patreon.com/Gamestitch. If you support us at the $10 tier or higher, you automatically get a shout-out each and every week. If you don't provide a shout-out, we will provide one for you because it is your time. 2 shout-outs this week. One was provided to us, one wasn't. I'm going to cover Thomas's. It's a little more serious. While I'm doing that, I need you to think of one for Zach.
I'll think of one for Zach.
And because his is a little more serious, maybe keep it light and fun.
Oh, yeah, I will.
On Zach's. So let me get to Thomas's over here. I had it queued up, but then I clicked on that Miley Cyrus story.
Yes.
To get back to. So first off, he claims to have spent some time playing games with Marshall 205's voice doppelganger.
His voice doppelganger.
Yeah. Someone who sounds identical to him that is not him that he's been playing games with. So as much as I don't like strangers, I need to get on a headset with this guy to see if it's Thomas's memory telling him he sounds like that, or if this guy is Marshall 205's
voice doppelganger.
He said I found his doppelganger, and I was like, when did you see him? He's like, I mean his voice. And I was like, fair enough. So here's his shout-out. He says, I guess my shout is a big fat fuck you to the idiots who blame video games for the atrocities of recent. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Is it a little aggressive? Maybe, but sincere, absolutely. So we shared our thoughts earlier. Those are his thoughts. I will say Thomas is a passionate guy, and it's what makes him so great. And he loves video games.
Yes, he does.
So, do you have a shout-out?
Yes, Zach shout-out is, as you know, we talked about the transaction. And he has not actually told me this, but I am going to assume, since I haven't heard anything, I'm going to assume that Zach's shout-out is everything works as planned, and my nephew loves it, because I believe he wanted all that to try to get his nephew into gaming.
Also, spoiler alert if his nephew listens and it hasn't happened yet.
Yes. Different nephew.
Yeah, not you. Totally different nephew. You're not getting shit. Probably shouldn't tune in either. I don't know how old you are, but you probably shouldn't be listening.
Right.
Yeah, so no news
That's going to be my assumption, because I haven't heard. The last I heard was, hey, everything got here, cool, didn't know I was getting this, and this. I also sent him a little, I can't remember, Nintendo coin pin, something. I can't remember. Just some little things I had sitting around.
No news is not necessarily good news.
I know.
So there's a scary wait period where you're waiting for just something, you know?
Right, but
just
I feel like he would have I feel like he just would have told me, hey, this is messed up. This happened. I feel like he would have told me.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're obviously celebrate open dialogue here.
Right.
So I feel like most people are comfortable to tell us most things. Or you should be. Slide up in them DMs, send some pics.
So, I feel like the shout-out is transaction went off without a hitch. Everything's great.
Yeah. I mean, you put words in his mouth. That's what we do here.
That's what I'm going with.
That's the whole segment's about if you don't send one in. We just have you say whatever we want. Producer Gerald is on the... Ryan Reynolds doesn't have a Twitter?
He's got a Twitter. It's Van City Reynolds.
Oh, so you sound like you follow him. Doesn't he deactivate it all the time?
No.
Yeah, there he is, looking beautiful. I don't know where he's going with this, but so far he's got Mark Wahlberg and Ryan Reynolds in a tweet. I can only imagine it's going to get more inappropriate from here.
I think he was trying to get to Liam in a little bit. It's Liam.
Liam Hemsworth?
Yes.
Now, he's in an emotional roller coaster right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd tweet at him.
Yeah, let's get Chris on there. Let's get the real Hemsworth. Shout out to either one that want to be on the show, though. Either Hemsworth brother.
Either of them, yes.
Or I'll one them up. I will take Billy Ray over all of them.
Go with what you got there. It's good. Depends on what you're going to say. Probably.
Well, it doesn't even matter what you're going to say. If you had the choice between the Hemsworth brothers or Billy Ray, who would you choose?
For what?
To have on the show.
To have on the show the Hemsworth brothers.
No, one or the other. You get one brother. You don't get all the brothers.
Oh, Chris.
No, see, I have to go Billy Ray. Now, Mark Wahlberg or Billy Ray? Unfortunate for Billy.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Mark. Only if he brings Donnie, though.
But you would take, I think, Ryan Reynolds over all of them.
I would, yes. I've been a Ryan Reynolds fan for a very, very long time.
Yeah. I would take Mark over all of them. I don't even want to do the show with him, though, if we could, maybe hang out or something.
With Mark?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe go see a Patriots game. I'm not a fan, but I know he is. We got a preseason game coming up, just saying. Get at me, Mark. It's next Saturday, so you got some time. Playing in Nashville. You know, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe I've been planning it, maybe I haven't. Yeah, maybe I've been working on this for a while, maybe I haven't, you know.
Look at that.
Who has the sexiest body? He's got a poll up.
You need a question mark after body, though. And the
Billy Ray does not have the sexiest body.
Fuck it, leave it on. You said it didn't even matter. Leave it on.
Put that back on there. Put Billy Ray back on. He deserves a chance. I want to make sure we get a comprehensive list for people to choose from. Mark Wahlberg, Ryan Reynolds, Chris Hemsworth, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Or Billy Ray Cyrus.
Who has the best dad bod? I want to get somebody on here with the who's got a good, they're not too shredded.
Nobody.
Out of those, who are you giving the best bod to? Going Chris?
That's a tough one. Me?
Yeah.
I guess it depends on when
Producer
we're
Gerald's
talking.
gone Chris.
Are we saying Chris and Thor? Or are we saying Ryan Reynolds and Trinity?
We're saying each one of those at their pinnacle.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds all day.
Yeah.
Blade Trinity.
I'm going to go Mark for his consistency. Because he has transitioned body types and still looks fantastic. Let us know, though. Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think.
Smash that fucking like button, you know. Whatever that means. Which Wahlberg? I mean, that's easy. That's always Mark. Donnie doesn't have a good body.
When Mark Wahlberg? I would say...
he'd say that Calvin Klein ad.
Yeah. I would say his Good Vibrations days.
Yeah, when he would go shirtless with the sagging pants.
Funky Bunch days.
What about Fear? Has he got a good build in Fear?
I can't remember.
That movie's crazy.
I know it's crazy.
That movie's crazy. Probably doesn't hold up, but that movie's crazy. That's going to do it for the show. Thanks for the shout-outs. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Thomas. Thank everyone else that supports us on Patreon. Thank you for existing as humans.
Yes.
You are good people, and we're glad that you give us the opportunity to do this each and every week. Mark, Billy, Chris, or Ryan, get at us. Slide up in our DMs if you've got a thought. Maybe listen to the show. Maybe come on the show. Whatever.
And then you know how we feel about your bodies.
Yeah. I will tell you, you could leapfrog any number of these people by agreeing to be on this show.
Oh, yeah.
My love can be purchased.
Yeah.
So something else I want you to keep in mind.
Well, I'm not as easy as Ryan, so I'm sticking with Ryan Reynolds and Blade Trinity.
And now we both know of that list. If Mark was like, "Hey, I want to be on the show," you'd be like, "You're my favorite."
I wouldn't say he had the best body. He might be my favorite at that point, but I wouldn't say he had the best body.
He's got a good body.
I would still say it was Ryan Reynolds.
He's got a good body, though. This took a turn.
It is a good body.
It got weird here at the end. Is that every week? I don't know.
It always gets weird at some point.
Yeah. This has been episode 343 Industries. We can't call it that because of lawsuits and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 343 Shredded Dad Bod.
Maybe.
Just to keep you listening. If we did thumbnails for the images, that would be it.
Mm-hmm.
The khaki pant right there, that one.
The khaki pants one.
Now, how do you feel about an older gentleman like Hugh Jackman in Logan?
I mean, how do I feel about it?
He's got a good body.
Yeah, it took a lot of. He was nowhere near as shredded.
Yeah, but he's got
I have a whole problem with Wolverine being shredded. It's for another time. We'll talk about it later.
I meant, do you like the look? Is all, you know.
I mean, yeah.
You didn't have to make it personal.
Yeah.
It's brought you to a bad place. I can see that. It wasn't my intent. I didn't mean to bring the whole thing down.
I'll talk about it if.
Nope, we're good. I think we're fine.
I'll talk about it next week, but I have a problem with Wolverine being all shredded and ripped and stuff. I have a real problem.
The thing about a teaser is it has to tease people to want to know.
They want to know.
Want to know?
They want to know. They want to know what my problem is in general.
You think fam
now they do. Now
wants to know what your problem is with the physique of Wolverine?
Yes, I think they do.
Let us know, fam.
Let us know, and we'll talk about it next week.
This has been episode 343, and we genuinely do thank you guys for listening, and we appreciate you for being a part of this little thing that we do each and every week. I think that's it for myself, for Dan, for Producer Gerald. If you want to follow us on social medias, I am at Podcast Ryan. Dan is at Shirtless Dan. Gerald is at Half and Show. Together we are at Game_Stitch, where you could answer our little poll if you wanted. We don't actually have a poll up, but you could just reply to that tweet with who is sexier.
That's right.
Sexier body. So don't get into personality and all that. We've gone fully shallow
body.
right here.
It's just body.
Yeah. And we'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Good night.
Good night.